Hi guys, it's SkintBoot here, and today what I'm going to be bringing you guys is a No Man's Sky video. And in today's video, what I'm going to be looking into is all of the evidence so far to show that the upcoming Abyss update will focus primarily on water and making oceans, lakes and rivers much creepier. Now this goes without saying, but a lot of this evidence is of course speculation and can be interpreted in more than one way. So like always, nothing is set in stone and a lot has to be taken with a pinch of salt. However, as I do delve into the support for an underwater focused update, it will become clearer that there are plenty of hints and I'm not really tugging at kind of short straws. But as always, let me know your take on all of this. I would very much like to see what you guys think on the matter. But anyway, with all of that said and done, please do sit back and relax. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the basics, the name of this update. Now, I touched on this in my recent video, however, I've since done some digging and have also read comments left on that video, which delve into the word abyss much more. So right off the bat, the definition of abyss is the following: a deep or seemingly bottomless chasm, or anything profound, unfathomable and infinite. I think the best example of this would be something like time or a black hole. It's something so deep and uncomprehendable which is perceived to have no end and be out of our understanding of kind of spatial awareness. The word abyss is most importantly associated with water in some cases. An abyss in water would be something like the ocean due to its insane depth and scale. It's beyond our understanding, and this mostly creates a horrible kind of dread and anxiety when you think about it. So right away, with the update name alone, we have a major connection to water, or at least something so deep there is no physical end in sight. And what can this be tied to with No Man's Sky? I've said it a million times already, it's fucking water. It seems to make the most sense, as there is not much else with this element of scale other than space itself, but of course we know space doesn't properly exist in No Man's Sky in the sense of an open universe, but that's besides the point. What I'm trying to get at here is that by definition, an abyss applies to water the most in relation to No Man's Sky itself, and that is our first big hint. Up next is something relating to Sean's tweet about the Abyss update and how the syntax suggests a focus on deep water. So this was brought to my attention by a well-known dedicated subscriber called Furabel. Likely said that wrong, and he said the following: that tweet looked like the title is submerged deep under waves. This update for sure will be about the depths. And sure enough, taking another glance at Sean's tweet, we can see some weird format. The symbols at the top appear as waves, so the surface of the water, and multiple lines down is the Abyss update written in a font. The little hyphens also help create this sense of depth, and the fact that the word abyss is under these perceived waves basically confirms an element of depth. Now this is unlikely to be a simple accident. I mean, the tweet is too awkward and just kind of out there to be meaningless. So I think this is very good evidence in support of it. Thank you, sir, for bringing this to my attention. I honestly didn't know, so thank you for letting me know. Relating to this, the image used for the Abyss update can also relate to water. Now, the image itself is hard to make out, but some people have stated it sort of resembles looking up from the bottom of a large body of water. There's bits of sunlight from the surface, but the overall quality is still dark and eerie, like deep water. This can also be kind of flipped round though, and it can be seen like you're looking down into a large body of water. The texture almost seems to be kind of sand-like. It also has a patch of light which is surrounded by darkness, so essentially like a beam of sunlight is somehow penetrating the water. We can see a little bit of sand, but the rest of it is just blackness. Kind of like an abyss, but not quite as much because we can see into it. You can delve into this image all you want, and personally, I don't think there's too much to the image. In my humble opinion, I would likely say that this was just done for aesthetic, to get across that it's kind of, you know, creepy, eerie, a little bit Halloweeny, but I don't necessarily think this image holds that much significance. But ultimately, it's very hard to make out so there isn't anything we can really confirm. This is ultimately down to your own interpretation, so I won't say anything for sure. But if this were to be tied with, say, a large body of water or the surface of water, then it does definitely make sense. And finally, we have the most compelling evidence relating to a data-mined submarine. So this was big news a few weeks back. I never covered this because I just simply didn't have the time, but essentially a model of an exocraft with references to the vehicle built for underwater exploration was found in the game's code. Alongside this were mentions of underwater flora, fauna, and various other entities that seem to hint at an expansion of aquatic discovery. And if all of this doesn't suggest that the Abyss update is focused on deep underwater exploration, then I honestly don't know what is. All the signs seem to be pointing towards it, but as always, this isn't saying, you know, water is the focus. This isn't saying yes, definitely this is what it's going to be about, because of course we don't know 100%, but the evidence is there. It is a likely assumption, and to be fair, that is what me and a lot of people in the community are thinking about the whole situation. But guys, as stated, please do let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section of the video. I just want to say thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then please do feel free to leave a like on it, and if you guys could also subscribe to MZK, then that'd be absolutely fantastic. And as always, I will see you guys on my next video. This is SkintBoot, signing out.